Previously on the Crenshaw Corner.
Perspective is like you feel, not wanted, or you feel not good enough, or you're like, hey, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing? So then you're like, all right, well, I'm good. Let me go over here and chill and play the game, whatever. Just something to get your mind off of feeling, not wanted at the time. So, and that's kind of why we here and why we've been going through for the last 3, 4, 5 years, just growing, was just getting to that frustration point, like, hey, something got to change here.
Right.
Yeah. Why are we so frustrated about sex for 15 years?
Wow.
Like something's wrong.
Right.
So that's when we started getting that knowledge on, hey, let's figure out our bodies, ourself. Let's figure out human nature, right? God made us this way.
Yeah. Right.
So why is this a problem? So we just been getting information and, slowly changing over time. We're not fully there yet, but
every day is a process.
Yeah.
I remember because me and Sanchez had this conversation. We've had this actual conversation on the podcast where he felt the same way. He felt unwanted, unattractive, and as a woman, you don't even consider that. You consider, I just don't want to be bothered, but I never considered that I made him feel that.
Well, hello there, family.
What's up?
I didn't see you there.
Hi, guys.
And welcome back to another edition of the Crenshaw Corner. I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
That's me, y'all. What's up? How y'all doing?
The apple of my eye.
I am the apple.
The wind beneath my wings.
I lift him up where he belongs, y'all.
The rib that completes me.
He's completed, people.
The Winnie to my Kevin.
I was about to say Winnie Pooh. Okay, wait, hold it. Winnie to your Kevin.
Winnie to my Kevin.
Ooh.
One of the greatest theme songs ever.
Oh, now we're talking about a theme song?
Well, theme song to the show was actually one of the greatest theme songs ever because the song was actually a real song.
See, now you done messed me up because I thought it was like the little old about the little boy and the little girl that grew up together.
What's the name of the show, though?
Give me a minute, bro.
Because you're actually right.
I know I'm right.
So what's the name of the show? What's the name of the show?
Kevin and Winnie. No, that's not it.
No, it's not Kevin and Winnie.
Wait, hold on. I know this show is in my head. It's a back in the day show with the parents, him and her.
It was narrated by him as an adult.
Because his name is Ben something, right? Isn't the actual actor Ben something?
You're thinking of his brother.
Because it's two of them.
Yeah.
But that would mean a brother. Yeah, of course it's two. Yeah, hold on. Hold my mule. No, for real.
We don't have all day.
Come on, give me a moment.
We don't have
think,
all day.
Bruh, let me think. I'm picturing it.
You're wondering.
Wonder Years.
Thank you very much.
Come on, somebody.
That took you entirely too long.
You are a hater.
I'm just saying, it really took you. The moment I said Winnie and Cooper, Winnie and Kevin, I wasn't talking about Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela.
Well, here's the thing.
So
another show. Here's the thing. This
What's
is the
up?
funny part. Another show, never watched. Seen bits and pieces of it, but never watched. So, and didn't they do a reboot of the Wonder Years? Or they were older or something like that?
I think they did. They might have. No,
Right?
actually, you're thinking of Boy Meets World.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
You're thinking of his brother.
I keep getting
It's
them
Fred
mixed
Savage
up.
and Ben Savage.
And Ben Savage.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
Yes.
thinking of
'Cause
Boy.
I'm a-
You're
'cause
thinking
I'm
of
a
Boy
savage.
Meets World.
'Cause I'm a savage.
And then he
I'm a
grew up.
savage.
You're not a savage at all. Nothing is savage about you.
I'm a savage.
And then he grew up, and it's about him. It's about his daughter. And then it became Girl Meets World. But that's what you're thinking of. But
yeah.
what we're talking about is the Wonder Years.
Yeah, the Wonder Years.
Yeah, it was a really great show.
Was it really?
It really was. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of DNA from you, and I'm going to send it off.
Yeah.
I don't really think you're human.
I am human.
I don't, because the human existence, you haven't really experienced it. You haven't really experienced it. Normal human existence, you haven't seen. So I'm going to go ahead and actually.
When that came out, I was being savage. I was savage in the street. So I really didn't have time for that. I'm gonna tell you one more time. I did not watch TV like that, baby.
You okay?
You a TV fanatic. I am not.
Okay.
I didn't watch TV like that.
I was normal.
I am normal. I just
okay.
I didn't watch TV like that.
Okay.
But I would watch like Get Christy Love because my grandmama watched it.
Of course you would. Of course you would. Anything with shooting and drugs, you'd watch it.
Yeah, see?
Of course you would.
See, and I told you I was savage. But anyway, what's going on, family? What is
Becky
going on?
ain't nothing savage about you. You gonna tell people your name?
Please hold, family. What did you say?
You go tell.
Family, please hold. What did you say?
I said Becky ain't nothing savage about you. That's exactly what I said.
Dear Heavenly Father, I come to you right now.
Is you?
I'm talking to the Lord. Lord,
You gonna stop playing with the Lord? I'm telling you.
I'm not
you
playing
keep
with
playing
the
with the Lord. The Lord gonna smooch you.
I'm not.
You gonna be smoted. You want to be smoted?
Allow me not
I'm just saying.
to go in my book. Okay, Lord. What's going on, family? What is going on? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What is going on?
About time, family. That is my wife, family. That is my wife.
Listen, I was rolling. You the one over there
I'm just saying.
being shiesty.
Spell it.
Shiesty.
Spell it.
Sischty. Shice. See,
Family.
That's the problem. Shiesty.
I'm just saying, spell it. You throwing out words, spell it.
Shice.
You should never use a word you can't spell.
I can spell it, but I'm trying to figure out, do I want to spell it with an S or a C? Shiesty. Right? So carry on, my love.
Family, as you can see, we're back.
We're back.
It's actually us. How long this combination is going to be together in this form, family? I'm still now the marital part forever, family. Forever, family. However, as co-host, I'm still accepting applications and resumes.
Any applications that he's accepting, unless you want to be a part of the Slapology Academy, I suggest you do not sit in your resume. Savage. So that
Family, we're back. We took a small break. We posted one of our favorite throwback episodes last week. I'm not even going to dignify that. I'm not even going to continue down that road.
Carry on, my love.
Of what she's attempting to do.
Carry on. We're back.
Because what happens? For a moment, family. We're gonna get into. Cause I'm excited about this episode.
Yeah,
we actually
have
a very special guest.
So
we're gonna get into that.
But especially family. So it's
but
okay.
let me explain something, family. Let me explain something. Just to pull back the curtain just for a little bit.
Pulled back.
Just for a little bit.
Like
I know the Lord, family. I do. I know the Lord. The Lord knows me.
Yeah.
But there's some times where I don't know him as well as I should.
My God.
And my wife is gonna make me have one of those times.
My God.
And she gonna keep trying me, family. And see, family, please don't misunderstand me. I do not believe in violence towards women in any shape or form.
You don't.
I do not believe in striking a woman.
You don't.
I do not believe in hitting a woman.
You don't.
But I do believe in shaking a woman. And she gonna keep trying me, family. And I'm gonna give her shaking baby syndrome.
Listen.
I'm gonna shake her little head. It's gonna be touching the back of her neck. You gonna keep trying me.
That is touching.
You gonna keep trying me.
Oh my God, thank you, baby.
Yeah,
That is touching.
What's touching?
Did you say I had a little head? This is the first time I heard. You finally acknowledged my head size. I told you I had a little head. You kept saying it was big, but today, look at the Lord.
However you wanna wrap that up. However you wanna present it.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
But
baby.
I'm gonna shake you and your little head gonna pop off.
See, that's what
I'm just saying.
telling people.
You keep trying me.
I have a little head and I have eyebrows.
You have no eyebrows.
I have eyebrows.
You have none.
And I have a little head. And you just acknowledged it. Thank you, baby. You love me so much.
Family, welcome back. If you continue to be here, we thank you. If you continue to listen, if you continue to be a fan of the Crenshaw Corner, we thank you. We truly do.
Thank you.
However you're listening, family, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Apple Music, whether it's Google Podcasts, whether it's Amazon, whether it's iHeartRadio, on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys so much.
And family, as always, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
Because we are.
Which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on the Tickety Talkies.
We're on the Tickety Talkie.
All under Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes.
Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com.
Yes. And family, I need you guys to do me a favor.
Oh, Lord. What you need from the family?
When you go and listen to us, I'm going to need you to do a review, guys. I'm going to need you.
Please review.
Please review. Put a comment. Say something. Say you like it. Whatever the case is.
5 stars would be nice.
5 stars would be nice. So whatever you choose to do, we just
5 stars.
asking that you go ahead and do it.
Even if you feel like we a 3-star program, still give us 5.
Oh, who the what?
5.
A 3-star program?
If you feel like we're a 3-star program, still give us 5.
Family, don't think we're a 3-star program.
I'm just saying. So family, as we said,
guys.
Also once again, thank you. We took a week off.
We did.
I think I told you family. We told the family we were a little under the weather, so we wanted to make sure we were 100% before we came back.
Yeah.
And also we have some great old episodes that we love posting. So we posted one of our older episodes. It was actually a After Dark episode that we put back up.
I think we posted about 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, we did.
Because it needed to been posted.
Because it's after dark.
Needed to been.
Yeah.
Needed to been.
So, but we are back.
Yes, we are.
And as one of my favorite radio personalities used to say, we're back and better than ever.
Yes, we are better.
And family, we have a very, very special guest.
Yes.
Family,
yes.
if my memory serves me correctly, she was actually the very first guest.
I think she was too.
I believe she was. She was actually the very first guest that we had actually on the podcast.
Yeah.
And this is episode, it was a really great episode. The sound quality wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. That was a little early in the game.
That was those $20 mics, y'all. That got us a long way.
I had not officially had learned how to really do this setup thing.
But here's the crazy part. We still have our $20 mics.
We still have them.
We still have them.
Actually, no, we don't have those $20 mics anymore.
Where did our $20 mics go?
I donated them.
But you're such a blessing.
Yeah, I donated
Such
them.
a blessing.
Remember, I have a really special little friend who she was doing something for her school and she needed equipment.
Yes, that's right. You did.
Yeah, and I donated it all to her.
You did donate it to her.
Yeah, because she's a very talented little musician.
Yes, she
and
is.
she's a creative person. She's an artist. And yeah, she's special.
You're right.
And so I donated it to her so she can do what she needs to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So are you gonna introduce the family? Are you going to reintroduce her?
Well, you were doing what you were doing. And
No, then you just started looking at me creepy like. So I'm saying, I figured you wanted to talk.
Family, first of all, let me just say this. She was the first guest, first of all. We were in a corner. Remember, we was in a corner.
Yes, ma'am.
We was in a corner.
In a corner.
Yes, ma'am.
Recording with those little microphones. My God. So we thankful. We thankful you even tried to come
We've
hang
come
out
a
with
long
us.
way since then.
We came a long way.
At least video quality, the audio quality we have anyway.
Exactly. And so this particular person, listen, love her. She's the person who snatches me when I get out of control.
Which is quite often.
Wow.
That's at least 3 to 4 times a week.
Wow.
I didn't say it.
She snatches me together when I put too much or doing too much in the house or trying to add something or got too much in the garage. She will snatch me back quickly. Mm-hmm. And so we have the privilege because first of all, she travels, just let you guys know, and she'll tell you all about herself.
All around the world.
She travels all around the world doing what she does. Yes. And so she was kind enough, and we appreciate you, kind enough to say, you know what? I got 2 days in town.
She out here changing lives one box at a time.
One box at a time. She said, I got 2 days. What day you want? And it's got, because I'm gone. Mm-hmm. So I just want her to introduce herself. She's one of our most favorite people. She's our family, our sister, and my gatherer. Introduce yourself, beautiful.
Hello, everybody. I am Sharonda Weston, and I am the owner of U-Turn Spaces.
Mm-hmm. Tell them what you do,
Spaces, we pretty much provide decluttering, organization, interior decorating, and staging services. So pretty much lifestyle organization as well. Anything for your home, anything for your life that you need organized, I'm your girl.
Yes, she is. No, seriously, y'all. She'll take stuff that you got in your house that you got to the side to my that won't work, and she make it work. Make you mad. Before she got here, because of her, y'all, I went in my bedroom.
See, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was trying to. But
I came back confused, family.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Family, I came back confused. I had to take my son to the doctor. I came back. My area don't look like it looked when I left. I didn't know what was going on.
All from a picture.
All from a picture. She sent me a picture. She was like, hey, sis, look at this headboard. If you guys are going to change your bed, get this out of headboard. But you know the nosy people, you send them to look at one thing and they pinch your picture, expand your picture bigger. I'm one of the pinch squeeze people. I expand. Mm-hmm. And I said, wait a minute. Why her nightstand and stuff look like that? So I went in my room, y'all. Move my nightstands closer, move my lamps and my pictures to get it together. So when she got here, I had to show her because I didn't want her to be like, this is not what that was looking like last time I came here. So I told on myself, y'all. I told on myself.
Here's my favorite part of that entire essay that you just did.
Amen. Amen.
Because all the truth was just told in that essay.
What was the truth?
Because what did you do? You moved your what?
My nightstand.
Put an S on that.
Stands.
You moved your what?
Lamps.
Your lamps. So the truth is finally coming out. Family, I own nothing in this home, family. I own nothing.
You do. true.
Because you didn't say you moved our nightstands. You didn't say I moved
true.
But it's
Sanchez's
implied,
nightstand.
baby.
No, it don't
It's
imply.
Don't you feel
No,
implied?
it's not implied.
It's not implied.
Family, once again,
sis.
the truth is being told. I owns nothing.
Do so.
I own my record collection, my action
such a
figure
nice
collection,
Listen, I'm just
and my
saying.
PlayStation.
Listen, you own.
The rest of it belongs
No,
to you.
it was implied, baby. You didn't. You probably wasn't feeling it.
Shay, no, I'm not doing this with her because we don't want this to turn into a marital session.
Wait a minute.
Because we may have to have a little counseling. But actually, we wanted to bring you back on because my wife, and I'll say both of us, we're going through a season of we feel like everything around us is cluttered.
Gotcha.
And we feel like our room is cluttered, our home is cluttered, our garage, our closets, like everything is cluttered. And she was like, okay, something's going on because we don't live like this. We don't live in clutter. We don't live. All right, we need to call Shay because we need a whole exorcism. We know the whole exorcism out here. And so we wanted to talk to you because, correct me if I'm wrong, but clutter, physical clutter starts in the mind.
100%.
Does it not?
100%.
Can you speak to that for a moment?
Yeah.
I think what a lot of people don't realize is when you have a professional organizer come and declutter and organize your space, they just think of the physical.
Right.
They just think my bedroom, my bath, my kitchen, or whatever. But it really transforms into the mental.
Right.
Because it have you to look at things differently.
Yeah.
And in order to look at things differently, you have to start where? In your mind.
Right.
And so if your space is cluttered, your mind is definitely cluttered.
Absolutely.
Have you ever turned on like your computer or went to someone's screen to watch something or whatever, and when they open their laptop or their computer, it's nothing but a whole bunch of little icons and things all over?
Yeah,
the
that was
screen?
me. That's me.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
That'll make you be like, yeah, I'm awake. I'm good. I don't need no help.
Yeah. I don't even know where to start.
That's anxiety right then and there. That's clutter. That's clutter. But
Yeah.
if you go to someone's screen and they have, even if they have folders and
Right.
everything is in the folder, it just looks organized. Even if it's cluttered, quote unquote, within that folder a little
Right.
bit, it still looks a lot better.
Yeah.
So therefore, when you go to their screen, you're not sitting up there with anxiety off the top.
Right.
You might get anxiety when you go in that folder.
But at least not that part.
But not right off the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And I think that a lot of people, in order to declutter your space, you have to declutter your mind.
Okay.
And
Absolutely.
in order to declutter your mind, your space have to be decluttered.
Right.
And I know that might sound weird to people, but if you really sit down and you think about it, they work together.
Yeah.
They truly work together.
Now here's the crazy part. And for instance, this is okay. Let me just give y'all an overview. Like in our living room, we have one couch, one table, 2 lamps, a TV, a record player stand, and a bench, y'all. I'm so serious. But the moment 3 extra shoes get in here, we be like, oh, it's cluttered in this house.
Yeah,
Lord.
I want to burn the whole thing down.
We were like hyperventilating because that's how we realize, like, if just 3 little things out of place or just too much in here, what else is going on, right? So it doesn't have to be, because I want you guys to understand, don't have to be cluttered where it's so, we're not talking about hoarding. That's
Yeah,
different.
that's a whole
different
situation.
thing. What we're talking about is clutter, but what I realize is that only agitates me when my mind is cluttered, right? When I got so much going on in my mind that just adding a pair of sneakers the sneakers go inside of the bench, but just the fact that they're there, right? It just bothers me so much because we've talked about this before, that also that's a spiritual thing too. And you need to, and I want you to talk to that as well as talking about that's a spiritual thing that you need to work on as well. Can you talk about that as well?
Well, I think in general, think about it. When right now, it's bothering you to have anything out of place because you can acknowledge it. You see it. When we first started working together, it could have been boxes here, and that could have been your like, oh, wait a minute, what is all this clutter?
Right.
But now that you know how to live and differently and do things differently, the littlest things you are aware of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So spiritually, it will definitely just kind of hinder you. You know, if you don't have that space organized, and now don't get me wrong, because people will be like, well, we know when you come to your house is always clean and always this, and it is for the most part. If you call me and say I'm coming over in 5 minutes, oh, I'm not worried.
Me neither.
I'm good. You know, but that's how I have to live. That works for me. But for me, it's more so like, I don't know, like it does something to me.
Yeah.
It does something to me
Yeah.
personally. So.
Do you think that I believe that when your stuff is cluttered, you're also spiritually heavy?
Yes,
right.
100%.
I think there's so much heaviness, and I think that people know, like, coming home. Like, this is a thing. Please, y'all, don't judge me. Do not DM me, call me, text me, nothing right now. But what I realized, for some reason, I'm always looking at people's cars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lord.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
You lit. So I can tell you a person who's a workaholic by their car, honestly, because they have their clothes in there, their shoes in there, containers of food, and all these things that's in that car, because either they're going from one job to another, or everything is done in that car.
Not
It's
necessarily
so
a
crazy.
workaholic though.
Talk to
That's
me.
just a lifestyle that they're choosing to live.
Okay.
So you have people who honestly could be lazy.
Oh.
And so they're
Not
just
the L
leaving
word.
it there. Yes, ma'am.
Well, we
And
being honest out here.
Yeah.
And so they're just leaving stuff in instead of bringing it in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then a lot of that also is just that they don't have a place for stuff. When you can easily say, okay, well, I'm organized, I'm a declutter, I'm gonna do this. But if you don't have a system in place to maintain that, it messes you up. So
Yeah.
even in the back of my cars, I have bins.
Okay.
So I have a work bin, and then I have a just in case bin that have snacks or blankets and things like that. So to me, that just works. But there is a spiritual heaviness when
is.
it's like that.
Yeah.
When you leave and you come up, if you've left and you're gone for the whole day and you've had a stressful day and all of this stuff, and when you walk into your house, let me take that back. When you pull into your garage at times and it's cluttered and all over the place,
Right.
you're staying with that heaviness.
Ooh, that's hyperventilate.
You're staying with that. When you come up, that's just like, for example, I generally about 90% of the time make up my bed. Because when I've come home from a bad day, it can be all types of stuff for me, right? But when I walk into that bedroom and my bedroom is nice and neat, that it changes my mood.
It's a release.
My mood. Yeah,
It's a
it really is.
release.
It really is. But there is a spiritual heaviness to that.
Question.
Yes.
Because we touched on the mental aspect of clutter,
Yes.
of being cluttered. In your experience, because you have years of experience in doing this, from decluttering and organization and professional organizer. From your experience, what have you seen some of the root causes of a cluttered mind?
Wow. Unfortunately, it can go back into childhood.
Okay.
It could be an abusive situation. It could be like with baby boomers, it was hard to find stuff. Stuff was expensive. And so they hold on to a lot of things.
Right.
So it could just be your childhood. It could be, honestly, it could be one thing that just happened when you was an adult. So mentally, anything can kind of put you into that phase.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, if you didn't have anything growing up,
Yeah, that's
and
spirit
so
of scarcity.
exactly. And so you want to just hold on to everything.
Yeah.
You have a lot of people like, well, just in case, well, I might need it in the future. What's this go and buy it then?
Yeah.
Let that thing go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm constantly working with clients with that, but it really is a mental. And then a lot of times, honestly, it could be passed down. So if you grew up in a space like that where there was clutter,
Then it's normalized.
it's normal.
It's
to
normal
you.
for you. Yeah.
You're either going to repeat it or you're going to change.
Yeah.
Most of the time, unfortunately, you repeat it even if you don't want to. Even if it's not to the extreme that you grew up in, a lot of times you repeat it.
Yeah.
So it just really just depends.
I feel like when you were just talking about that I believe, and again, don't be sending me no messages, but it is a spirit of scarcity,
Yes,
right?
100%.
That people be like, because I've done it before. We're like, you know what? I'm gonna fit into that one day. Baby, you done had that in the closet for 3
Exactly.
years.
No.
You're not gonna fit into it.
No.
You're not. Or I may need that extra cup, or my mom and them gave it to me, so it's a family heirloom or something like that. And I think that, to be honest, if we stop lying to ourselves, it's a scarcity mindset that we're not going to get it again. But what I do believe is that you can get it again and even get better, right?
Yeah.
Our baby son just recently moved out of his place, and so we were helping him, and he was like, it's all got to go in 24 hours.
It's all
got to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, Mom's got to go, because the next place that I get, it's not even going to be with my decor. He
Exactly.
said, it's not even going to be, actually, he said, my decor and the spirit that I'm in. He said, so I don't know what's my next spirit I'm in for my next place, so I'm not going to keep it. And I was like, wow, I got that, because sometimes when we moved here, we got rid of everything. We was like, whatever that was.
I had to force you though.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
I
Whatever
had to
that was
force you.
back there, we knew that it was like no good for us, right? But I was like, but why buy another one when this couch is so good.
It wasn't we. It wasn't we. It wasn't
No,
we.
I said why. I said
No, but-
why do we have to buy another couch?
No, it
when
wasn't.
this
It
one is
wasn't
so
we
good?
though. It wasn't we though. It was you fought me on it every step of the way. You fought me on everything.
I did.
Every step of the way because I wanted it all to go. I was willing to start over. To start
we ain't
all
got nothing from
the way
what,
over.
What we got left from the old place?
Your
Nothing.
attitude.
Oh, wait a minute.
That ain't go.
So listen, it didn't go. It ain't going nowhere. Now here's the thing. Let me ask you a question because you do so much, and I know that you cave, women cave, and men cave, right? Tell me your experience because this is what a family wanted to hear too. How do you go into a husband and wife situation and help them declutter? Like what? How because you know. One is thinking one way. How do you get them to come to middle ground and know that they need something fresh and new? How do you do that?
I'm definitely a mediator. And so because it's not my space and because I'm an outsider,
Right.
I can look at both. So it's like if you go to a psychologist or a therapist or a counselor, whatever you want to call it, she's able or he's able to look differently because they're not a part of that.
Right.
And so if he comes with something and she comes with something, I'm able to kind of split it down the middle and say, okay, well, what about this? Well, what about this? Okay, well, you won the point last time. So what about trying to see it from her perspective?
Right.
And so I'm able to come in and say, first of all, let's get rid of whatever we don't need. And then second of all, let's try to make sure that we merge everything together so that it works. So I'm pretty much a Dr. Phil or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, now Dr. Phil.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Dr.
saying.
Sharonda. Dr. Sharonda,
But
hello.
You almost have to be that way because especially when you're dealing with newlyweds or you're dealing with people who have had their own for so long and now you're trying to merge.
I never thought of. Let's touch on that for a minute.
Yeah.
Being newlyweds, so you've lived apart for a while, and now you believe that all your stuff is really, really good.
100%.
He thinking all his stuff is really, really good. So basically, when you come into people's houses, and I've seen this before, you can tell that there's two different houses going on in one house.
Yep.
How do you handle? Because do you see a lot of that?
I do see that. I think I see a lot more of that when one person is moving to another person's space. Because that person, so if I say a woman is moving in with a man, so that man, even if it wasn't say a bachelor pad or whatever, he has stuff. So he's like, well if it ain't broke, what you trying to fix? Like my space is nice.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We
But
don't need
she's
that
coming
plan.
in like, now I done gave up my whole life. I'm moving in your space. I mean, can I get a plant in the corner?
Right.
Can I change out this picture? You know, something. And so it's harder to do that. You know, so I do see that, but a lot of times it's mainly when someone is moving in, it's kind of difficult. But a lot of times people are open-minded, or if they bring someone in just to kind of mediate and help, then you're able to do it. Because then I'm not saying, okay, well, all your stuff need to go and then all her stuff need to come. No. Because it could be vice versa. I've seen it where men have better taste. Some women have better taste. But it's for me to come in and make sure that they have the same taste. So that way their space will flow and work right for them.
Oh man, Sanchez,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What happened?
Because he moved into my space, right? When we first got married. Because he had a house, but it was too far for me.
And he moved there with a bag, and that was all you let him bring.
That's it.
That's not true.
That was all she had me bring.
No, I
One
was
bag.
thinking about your picture.
I had one picture.
Oh my God.
That was a
So bad, Sharonda.
that was a small point in time that I bought art, and it was this one particular picture that I purchased that I truly loved. It was a smaller picture.
It wasn't small.
It was
baby.
small.
It was not small.
It was. It was like the size of like a 13-inch television. It was like 13 by 13. I mean, it was small. It was small.
Come on, baby. Go
was
ahead,
small.
baby. Go ahead, honey.
But it was like it was a play on life. It was like an abstract chessboard, and it was kind of just a reflection on life as far as how life is abstract and how you move through life.
Okay.
It's a beautiful picture. It's colorful. She denied that picture into her home. I love my picture. And then her compromise was, okay, you can hang it up, but you hang it up over the toilet.
Ooh, wait.
She made it a bathroom picture and said that I can only, if I wanted to look at it, I can only look at it over the toilet.
Oh, that's not right. Oh, that's so mean.
And so I hung my little picture up over the toilet,
Listen, wait.
and it stayed there for like 3 or 4 years.
First of
And I
all,
was like, I'm not gonna keep looking at my picture over the toilet. So I finally took it down and just put it in the garage.
here's the thing. I I didn't get an aha moment till you just said that. Like, I thought that was a good fit. I'm not lying, y'all.
Wait a minute.
And as much as I told her, I love my art. I love my picture.
But there was nowhere to put it in with the artwork we already had on the wall. Again, see the selfishness? And I'm saying this because that was super selfish.
Yeah.
I didn't get the selfishness of it until it just hit me, like when you're moving into someone's space and you have the audacity not to want to give the room for their stuff, especially if you're married, right? And that was horrible. And I'm laughing because I just thought of the picture and I was like, I'm a horrible person because all he wanted was this, like, he was like, I had all type of artwork. And he was like, but baby, so can we put this in the bedroom? And I was like, well, it's purplish with like a purplish frame. And my frames are gold frames.
And see, I was just about to ask you that. Okay, so in this case, right, so your picture was in a purple frame.
Yeah, it was in a purple wood frame.
Right. So why we couldn't switch out the frame? Did y'all think to switch out the frame? Because that's something I would have come in and said, okay, well, the picture is nice. Maybe if we do it in a different frame, it might be able to go a little bit better with your decor.
Yeah.
Maybe if we put it over here instead of the bathroom toilet, ma'am.
It was horrible. That was horrible.
We could have probably, so someone like me would have come in and tried to find a compromise between. And if nothing could have been reached because it was totally different than the decor and everything that was going on,
right?
Even if you had to say get rid of the picture or whatever, take a picture of it. Keep that memory. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's not all about just, get rid of your stuff and it's gone.
Right.
Because that's why people hold on to stuff too. It's the memories.
It's the memories,
right?
Yeah,
but you can take a picture of it.
That's
you can
good,
create a whole
Shay.
photo album of stuff that you want. I wanted to touch on something really quick too. A lot of times when we were talking about where does it come from? So think about it. How many people out here have graduation gowns and prom dresses in their closet right now? Right now.
That's a memory thing,
because
right there.
it's like, well, what do I do if everybody keep their cap and gown? For what?
Yeah.
Are you going to be using it at Halloween in a couple of years? What we doing? Like, what you going as?
What you going
You know
doing?
what I mean?
Right.
And so a lot of times we hold on to a lot of things because we're taught. My mom had a prom dress. My mom had this. My dad had this. My auntie had this.
Yeah.
And so when it came to stuff like graduation or prom, it's like, okay, you really think that your little girl gonna want to wear your prom dress to her prom? I don't think so. She don't want them flowers all over her dress.
She don't want that. She don't want the poofy at the bottom.
You know what I mean? It's things like this. I just want to touch on that really quick.
I just think that was really an aha moment. And I hope it was an aha moment for other couples too, because you have to be mindful of the other person because they already are willing to give up their space for you, right? And so you have to be willing to give up your space. I think the two things that was very difficult for me and him, and you can chime in as you will, I know you. But anyway, it was giving up my closet space and my wall. I didn't.
You never gave up your closet space.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay, let me point something out really quick. You said giving up my closet space and my wall.
Yeah.
So see, if we were doing some type of consultation, I would have pointed that out to you.
Yeah.
Because it's both of you all space.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And when you come together as one unit, you have to start thinking that way. And a lot of people don't. And I'm not saying you have to get it right away, right? But you have to acknowledge that it exists. You have to change that thinking from my mindset to ours. And I think if you look at it differently, that's the reason why someone like me would come in and I would say, okay, well, have you thought about it from this view? Okay, well, what about this? Let's merge everything together. Okay, well, I don't necessarily like the hot rod plates either, but where can we put it at?
We can
put it on the bottom?
I mean, under all the plates?
It's just something that you kind of make a compromise to, but you have to get out of that mind when it comes to newlyweds, when it comes to merging your space. Yeah. And that can be in a romantic or platonic type relationship because you have businesses where they merge or where they come in and they have to, create a space. I mean, so it's all, you just have to change your mindset when it comes to that.
That's why I was like, because that was my thought process, my. And again, I'm thinking.
Sometimes it still is.
Baby, where, baby?
It is.
Where?
It is.
Where?
That's your favorite line. That's your favorite word, though.
What, mine?
Yeah.
Or mine?
No, mine. You say mine all the time.
What mine?
Everything.
You're mine. I don't understand what you're saying.
No, you didn't.
Here's the thing with Sanchez Crenshaw. But no, come on. I know we've been married almost 23 years.
Yes, we have.
But these last 3 years, I've been super good. I know that may not count a lot for everybody else. But people like, okay, so of course it's 20 years, girl. But I'm just saying, like, because
okay. First of all, I'm not an abused spouse.
he's not.
I'm in a good relationship.
Yes, we're in a great marriage.
I'm in a really good functional relationship. But you have your moments where it's still everything is still yours.
I believe
it's
that.
still you have to understand that I operate under your mindset. Everything is operated under your mindset.
Okay.
It's because your favorite line is, you know how my mind works. So everything has to happen under your umbrella. It has to happen under your mindset.
Especially when it comes to organizational, I can't function.
No, it's everything.
You think so?
It's everything.
Really, baby?
It has, because your favorite line is, you know how my mind works.
Yeah.
And so everything has to operate under how your mind operates. And when you talk to them, I didn't get a closet. I didn't get a closet or anything related to me having a space in the closet until we moved in our new facility, which was
Not the new facility. It's the facility, baby.
Yeah. 18 months ago out of 23 years. Because even when you allowed me to have a small space
Oh my God.
in your
Still
closet,
allowed for me.
Babe.
we being honest. We having an honest conversation.
Break it down, baby. Break it down.
Everything
I ain't mad.
in the closet, everything had to be your way. My clothes had to be organized your way. My clothes had to be hung up your way. My clothes had to be folded your way. My shoes had to be placed your way. And if I did it any other way other than the way your mind worked, it was an argument. And then you threw everything out of the closet
Started over.
and started all over. My side, your side. And then I would only have a very small space.
Baby.
We have an honest conversation.
No, you had a large space, bro.
Baby, I didn't. Baby, I had a small corner.
Did not.
Because even the quote unquote section that I had that case in point. Shay, you here. We're gonna have an honest conversation. My wife wanted to change the bathroom. So first
Are we
she
talking
wanted,
about just recently?
I'm talking about period, but this is a prime example
Wait,
of what
right
I'm talking
now?
about. This is a prime
Are we
example.
talking about what happened just
Well, I'm gonna
recently?
tie it all. It's a circle. We coming full circle. I'm gonna tie it all together. Nice little bow.
Tie it up, baby. Tie it up.
So she initially wanted like a table desk type thing in our bathroom. We have a large wall where something can go. Couldn't find the right thing. Finally found, like, we just took a bookshelf and just turned it into some space. Put the drawers in or whatever. I made a mistake of leaving a shirt folded on top of it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. I was coming back for it. Wasn't going to leave it there long. I was on my way out the door. I folded it, left it on top. So I came back and my shirt was gone. And I was informed, you're not allowed to leave anything on top of my
That's not what I said.
of my table.
Now, babe, that's not what I said.
That is
that
what you
time.
said.
Not that
That's
time.
what you said. That
Yeah,
is-
I do. But
I was
not that
there.
time.
I was there when you said it. I was there when you said it. She said, you're not allowed to leave anything on my table.
No, I said, babe, do me a favor. Don't leave your stuff up here.
That's not what you said. I was there when you said it. I was there when you said
Go
it.
ahead, baby. Go ahead.
So she said, what I'm going to do for you is that I'm going to give you a drawer.
A drawer.
A drawer.
Okay.
Because it's just in the bathroom. So,
Yeah,
so 'cause
in the
it was supposed to
bathroom.
be, like
Okay.
towels and stuff. But I said, I
Yeah.
won't put that out.
I
Because he
will-
likes to leave his stuff in the
Yeah.
bathroom.
I will give you a drawer. So, your night clothes, whatever,
You put it in that drawer.
you put them in the drawer. You go to them, you know exactly where they are.
Space looks great.
Space looks great.
Space looks great.
I'm like, fine. It's a
But
win-win.
it did look great.
It's a win-win.
Did you give me the finger?
Okay?
Yes, he did.
So stuff is not on top of her desk, her table.
Yep.
And I have a space
A drawer.
just for me. I have a drawer. So Shay, a couple of days later, I go back. I go back to open my
Your
drawer
drawer.
because I was told it was my drawer. So I go back to open my drawer. There's a moo-moo.
Wait a minute.
There's a bra. There's some leggings. A body shaper
It's not all that in there, baby.
in the drawer.
It was not.
So I close it
It was not all that.
because I thought maybe I went to the wrong drawer. So I reopen it. And the same
And it
thing.
was still there.
It was still there. So at that point, I'm confused. So I let it go for a few minutes. I let it go. And it said, I wanted to see if it was maybe just a one-time thing. So I didn't say anything. I just threw my little stuff in there. Came on out. Few days passed. I just took my stuff out the drawer. And then about a week passed. I just went back just to see.
And she had more stuff. in
2
that drawer.
moo-moos, 3 bras, pair of socks.
Do not listen to him, family.
So then I brought it to my wife. I said, babe, ma'am, can I talk to you for a second? I just got a question. I was like, do you know how you said I have a drawer? I said, I'm noticing that it's some more stuff in that drawer. Oh, well, what I meant was that's going to be our drawer.
Wait, well, who was the other drawers? Who did they belong to?
No,
Huh?
see, no, because
wait
the other
a
drawers.
minute.
No, the other drawers have one drawer has hand towels in it because we have so much cleaning supply and stuff like that. And that's so. I was like, we need space where we can really put all of the. Instead of coming out here, let's put our paper towels, all that. So in order to do that, we needed more drawers. So we took the towels and all that was space. So
which I had no problem with.
So we had. So I don't really have. So it's just that one. I don't know why I did that, y'all.
So,
I'm about to say, clean it up because I ain't feeling it.
but I said all that to say, to bring it back full circle.
I didn't know why.
But that was the same way it was with our closet. With her closet that she allowed me to lease space out of.
Yes.
Did you lease? You
Not
leased it?
lease
You said
Lease space out of it. Where it was supposedly a section for my shoes. But when I looked, I saw her shoes and her shoes. And then I noticed that my shoes started getting pushed out of where my shoes were supposed to be. So
Really,
like I
baby?
said, so it had never been our closet. It has
our
always,
closet.
no, it has always been your closet that you allowed me to lease a little space
Small.
But see, here's the
in, a
thing.
small space.
But the organization part, you could go in your closet and get whatever you need.
But do you know it was never organized that benefited me though?
It did benefit you.
No, it didn't. It was never.
Did you organize it or did you both organize
She
it?
organized it.
I organized it.
So then that's not
I was helping
benefiting
him.
No,
I
ma'am.
was helping him. I was helping him.
You heard that, Shay?
No, ma'am.
She was helping me.
I was helping him.
I was never consulted on the way my shirts were placed.
No, ma'am.
I was never consulted on where my shoes went. But she was helping me.
But here's the crazy part, right?
What's the crazy part?
Here's the crazy part that blew my mind, right? That I know.
Was blowing my mind now as you keep hitting my
I'm
microphone.
sorry, sir. What I knew that blew my mind, how I know he's so correct, and we're doing this, we're being very transparent because there has to be couples out there,
Yeah, definitely.
that either has done this or doing this, and they need to be. We all jokes aside, we could joke, but it's real. It's so serious, and that's why we really want you to talk about it. So one thing that I realized one day, like the picture aha moment right now, is I looked at this Joker closet. This Joker closet is gorgeous. I mean, I was like, have you? But I said, have you always hung me a shirt? He said, if I had a chance.
If I had a chance, so I would have.
His closet is like color the pants, the jeans, the sweatshirt, the shirts. The way he folds like it's a store girl. His socks, and it is a beautiful. And then I look at my closet. I'm like, yo,
But you was helping him out.
I was helping him out.
She was helping me.
Because I never knew that
was helping me.
Because you never gave him an
I
opportunity.
never gave him the opportunity.
You just assumed I'm a female, he's a male.
Come
I
on
know what
now.
I'm doing, and I'm gonna make sure that I get it straight.
Yeah, now talk to that because I think that's what happens a lot too. That I didn't give I'm just talking about me. I didn't give him an opportunity to do the closet. I would just immediately, he would come home and the whole everything out the closet. I'd be like, ooh, I can't take it. Let's take everything out.
Yep.
But to see him, he should have been doing the closet all 20-something years. Because his closet's amazing. His closet is amazing. So how do you, when couples are going through that, to say, like you said, like, baby, hey, ladies and gentlemen, but your husband does it better. You need to how do you get them to understand that? Especially sometimes as women, we think we do it better. How do you get them to understand, like, no, he can do it better, let him do it? How do you get them to understand that principle?
We have a real conversation. And so it's not like I come in and I'm just like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. I actually speak to people. Well, how do you like things? How do you do you like to fold? Do you like, for me personally, I don't like to fold. No. And I don't like to fold. I am a person that will get baskets, and it takes me less than 5 minutes to do my laundry because I literally grab it from the washer and the dryer, well, from the dryer, put it on the bed, and I just make little piles. And then when I have all of my night clothes, I pick it up and I put it in my basket. When it comes to my I pick it up, put it in my basket, and boom, they done.
They done.
Because if I'm trying to look for something specific, I'm gonna mess up that whole drawer trying to find a specific
That would
shirt.
kill my wife.
That
would kill my wife.
Well, and I'll tell you too.
Passed out.
And then for me too, it's like if it's so neat and organized, you have space. I don't want to have a whole bunch of space because if I can get, I don't know, say 15 shirts when they're folded in that drawer, right? But I'm only going to get 10 when they mess up. It's going to make me kind of think about how many shirts do I need in that drawer, right? But for me, it's just trying to find what works for me.
Right.
Doesn't work for everyone.
Right.
Else, right?
Right.
And so that's the questions that I would have. Do you like to fold? Do you not like to fold? What drawer do you like to put your socks in? Do you like to keep your towels in the bathroom or in your bedroom? So these are questions that I will work with you and kind of see, and then kind of say, okay, well, show me how you fold. Well, show me how you do this, and we'll come with a compromise. So then that way everyone is seeing everybody's perspective.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just you. It's not just him. It's not just assuming because I'm a female, oh, I know what I'm doing and he doesn't, because
Right.
there's a lot of males, as we can see right here.
Right here.
Oh,
Didn't even know the closet
who
could
can
look
do
like
it a
that.
little bit better.
Yeah, I didn't know the closet could look like that.
Who went to Container Store 101
Okay.
and passed the class.
That joker went to Gap. That joker be folding clothes and putting in, like he worked at the Gap all his life. But anyway.
It's really just asking questions, letting each other speak, letting each other be as creative as they need to be without feeling like if I say I'm gonna say the wrong thing, or I have to let her or him
Right.
have this because it's the man cave, or because it's this, or because it's that, or let everyone speak and get opinion in, and then see what actually works for you both as you all are coming together.
I think one of the things you said, as you were kind of explaining yourself about the closet, I think so many people fall under that, where they're so busy trying to quote unquote take care of the other person, or doing something quote unquote nice for the other person,
Right.
but they never consult the other person.
Exactly.
Yeah, I believe that.
And I think that's why a lot of couples have their issues, from decoration to finances to just life in general,
Yeah.
is that they're so busy trying to take care of the person, but they never consulted the person on how do they want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And a person will maintain something if they are a part of it.
Yeah.
When I
that's
work with a
good.
lot of
That's
parents
good.
with teens or kids, and they're like, well, how should we do this? How should we do that? And I'm just like, well, do you want him to be a part of it, or do you want to do it while he's at school? Absolutely not. I don't want to do it while he's at school, because he's going to come home and see it all nice and neat and destroy it. He had no say-so.
He ain't put no work in.
When you have no say-so, you don't really care necessarily about
good.
it. You might think it's cute, but if you have say-so as to what drawer my socks are in,
Right.
what, you know what I'm saying, if I put them in this basket, or did I put the basket in this corner, and like for kids, certain things I'll do, like, okay, give them free reign to a point. And so if I know their favorite color is, I don't know, red and blue, I'm going to go and get all red baskets or all blue baskets. I'm not going to get red, blue, purple, green, yellow, and then make you have to choose. That's going to mess you up.
Right.
I'm still making you choose.
Right.
Right. But I'm giving you the decision to choose.
Right.
And I'm still limiting what you can choose.
Right. Got you.
But I just think giving input, let them be a part of it.
Yeah.
Your mate, let them be a part of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Be a part of the basement. Be a part of whatever it is. And then you're more tuned to actually work things out.
To work it out.
But also,
good.
can I add something to that? Let them be especially when it comes to the mates, let them be a part, but as the mate, don't take over.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes
Yes.
that's why, from a male's perspective, I'm going to talk for all the men right now. Sometimes we're hesitant with saying, okay, well, babe, what do you think? Or I want to bring you in on this particular thing, is because a lot of the times that becomes a situation where the woman decides to take over. And then whatever input the male has, whatever feelings he has at that point become invalid. And it's just, well, I'm just going to do what I want to do. And now it's no longer his project or their project. Now it's her project, and he's just a hired help.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful with that as well, because I love what you said, bringing them apart. But when you bring them apart, make sure it's on even ground. Make sure that everybody's listening. Make sure everybody has a chance to talk. Make sure every opinion is being taken into consideration, and then find a middle ground from there.
And listening.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we're listening only to reply.
Yeah,
or
you're listening to respond.
You know what I mean? So are you really listening to what he or she is saying? That speaks volumes. So for me, I'm just like, okay, well, he didn't really say that. I mean, but let me kind of make this work, because I don't know what you heard, but me and him heard the same thing. So, but someone like me would come in and say, well, no, I don't think it's that, necessarily. But I'm not taking anyone's side.
Right.
And I think that's what helps. I'm not taking a side. And so everyone feel comfortable speaking.
Right.
Even working with you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've been working with us for a while.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? When we were talking about the picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, we need a picture up here. Let's go see. I saw the record player. I tried to instill, get something that, encompasses his love, his what he likes to do, music and all of that stuff. You like it too. But I was like, oh yeah, we're going for a little smoky, like little
lounge.
You know what I mean? Lounge.
Thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And as soon as you was like, oh, I like that. It had the colors in there and everything.
Yeah.
So I also was able to get you to see something different. You probably would have tried to put something totally different up there that might not have been appeal.
It been a flower. It would have been a flower.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. See, I didn't want to say. I was about to say a flower or something.
Some type of tapestry or something.
I ain't gonna say it.
I was willing to make it a jazz lounge for him because I knew that going in, he just wanted something totally different and he had a right to some type of space. But what I want to say to what you both were talking about too, is also for the men too, is to have an open mind when you go into it. And the reason why I say that, because of how we've taken over, they have a tendency, only because of what they from the past, to say whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? And not mean it. You know what I'm saying? And not mean it's not really. I really want to be a part, but baby, whatever you want, because they don't want to rock the boat or trigger anything or upset anything. And I think what has to happen is like, let's start fresh and new. And that's not
100%.
not even deal in the past, because I believe in, like from Sanchez, even watching my sons with their girlfriends, they like, all right, okay, she like it, I like it too, but you don't. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it. And I think saying, let's be open and honest. Let's forget about the past part, right? Even for us, and for us to be, as women, to be open and be like, okay, what is it that he likes? Because here's the crazy part about it. If you marry him or you with him or you love him, whatever, there are things that you like about him. So there's going to be things that he brings to the table that you're going to like, especially when it's decorating or doing clutter and stuff like that. Totally. But I think that we have... what's what I want to say? We have conditioned our husbands, our boyfriends, our significant other, our fiancés, so much sometimes as women, so they don't want to answer. So they want to be like, nope, whatever you want, it's okay. Do you find that to be true in your experience? Yeah,
100%. And I bring it out of him. I say, don't play. Stop playing with that.
You know you don't like that.
You know good and goddamn well. Like, and that's how I talk, because I'm just like, come on now, for real, come on, stop playing with me. Like, what we're not about to do is this here. What we're not about to do is that. What you want me to come back in a week when y'all ready? Because we're not about to do this.
Yeah.
So because you have to be open and honest, and you have to, open is the key word. So, you might be, one of your partners might be used to sleeping on cotton. Another one might want silk or satin. Well, explain the benefits of silk and satin. Because sometimes they might try something like, this is velvet. Like, I did not know about this. Wait a minute.
Is these bamboo sheets?
Exactly. And so, you're introducing. You know what I'm saying? You're definitely introducing your partner. So just be open and honest and just accepting and hearing. If nothing else, hearing what they're saying and being open to possibly, moving forward with what they're saying.
And I think too, I'm sorry, baby, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say, how do you get him there though? From your aspect, and like you said, a professional coming in, having that conversation. Like you said, you're almost a therapist.
100%.
So how do you get him there? Because like you said, you have a lot of the times where the one spouse or another may already be conditioned to just whatever you say or whatever you want, or it doesn't matter as long as the other person's happy. So how do you get them? How do you help them get to the point of truly being honest and saying, okay, this is what I like. This is what I would like to see. So how do you help them get there?
I ask a lot of questions.
Okay.
And I let them know that whatever answer they tell me, it's not a dumb answer.
Right.
It's not a dumb question. And even if they come in and say, well, I like black walls. And I said, oh, okay, well, that's cool. I like a black wall too. Would you like an accent wall? Because they might not know it's an accent wall.
Right.
But it can still bring their creativity in. They might not know how.
Right.
And so I take whatever it is that they like, and I show them how to incorporate it. So in showing that, okay, I'm just going to say man and woman because I want to kind of keep it. So let's just say the man is like, whatever you like, well, I don't need to. Come on. No. Okay, so do you like green? Do you like black? Well, I like black sometimes too. Well, would you like a black accent wall? And then the wife is over here like, girl, no, you didn't say a black accent wall. I'm like, girl, I ain't talking to you. Wait a minute, hold on for a second. I'm trying to talk to him because I'm trying to see. Because it might not be a black accent wall, but it might now turn into, well, we both like black and white, accessories. Anything can come in. So it's asking those questions and it's letting him know, okay, you don't have to know the answers or know how to get to what you're thinking. You just have to verbalize what you're thinking and let me help you. And in helping you, I'm also showing that other person
what you can do and what you
what
like.
you can do.
Right.
And show him that just because he says he like purple doesn't mean that it can't be incorporated
Right.
in there. So let me show you how to incorporate that.
Yeah. And I think too, is it the same way the dominant person feels good when they come home and go, oh my God, I just love being here. Your counterpart, your spouse, whoever needs to feel the same exact
Yes.
way that they have a piece of the house. Like there's one section of the house, just not Sanchez. I can't go. He got that corner. Don't touch. You can't touch. I make a mistake, girl, and wipe it down. I don't remember asking you to wipe that down. I was gonna wipe it down when it's his space, and I had to, and I'm still learning because I like this organized, and I have to go, girl, leave that man space
Alone.
And he does stuff. This is what he does. This is what he does. He be like, since you dust my nightstand, this is what he says to me.
Come on with the pettiness.
This
what you about to
petty.
say.
He'll say, since you dust my nightstand, and I didn't ask you to because I was gonna dust it, I ain't gonna dust it for 3 weeks.
Oh, wait a minute.
Somebody's gonna be dust
Yeah, it's
buddies.
gonna be dusty. I'm gonna be able to write my name on it. By the time I'm finished, I can sign my name in the dust on my nightstand. Leave my nightstand
What we not gonna
alone.
do is that.
This is
Okay.
the foolishness.
I named my dust. Me and that dust friends.
It's like,
Leave my
sir.
dust alone.
he's like, baby, I was going to dust. I know we dust on Saturdays. Why you
No.
over here dusting on a Thursday? You know, like, and I'd be like, I just want to dust because the only part of the house we have carpet is in the bedroom, and that area you could dust it by tomorrow. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? So now I'd be looking. I'd be like, I'm dusting mine. Let me do a good thing. But like he said, a good thing to you is not a good thing for him.
Because I was just about to say, you still on his space that you said was his space.
Was his space.
So
Exactly.
don't go over to his space
Yeah.
and you won't see his,
His
dust.
And I-
Ooh,
Named
dang.
Carter. Or
And I
whatever
think-
you call
yeah.
it.
And I think,
They call it.
yeah. And I think a lot of people, I am so glad you said that because I think a lot of people overlook that.
Yeah.
It's something as simple as that's my space.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't have a right. I don't care who you are. You don't have a right to invade my space
Yeah, absolutely.
without my permission.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
boundary thing, and I think a lot of people miss that in marriages.
Yep.
Where they feel though just because we have the same last name or just because I dedicated myself to you under the sight of God,
Right.
that means that I don't have boundaries anymore.
Exactly.
That means
Right.
that you can do or say whatever you want and not respect my boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's when it comes to like my nightstand, because she's talking about my work area, my desk is what she's talking
He don't
about.
play about it.
Because
That and where his do not breathe on his action figure. Do not touch this I can't touch. This area with his record player and his collection. I dust it. I let him know I'm dusting it. I don't if like right whatever he put up there is up there. His action figures, girl, I be scared because I work. His action figures be staring at me. So because at my workstation is right there, I don't touch them. If one fall, I be like, oh baby, because I'm scared because I don't think
Come pick it up.
Come pick this up because I realize now, and it can take time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight, but I do realize now that that is important to him, right? And it's not that I've ignored it all that time. It's just it just didn't gel for me because it was me, wonderful for me. I was Big Bird. Don't you do it? Don't you say a
no,
word?
actually, I wasn't gonna. What I was gonna say was, it wasn't so much as that you were being selfish or me, wonderful me. Even though at times you are Tyra Banks, you know how to turn every situation into a situation about you.
That's what I do best. I went to
But-
college for that. But go ahead.
It was, and kind of like we touched on earlier, you were so busy taking care of me
Yeah.
that you were taking care of me in spite of me.
And in spite of what you wanted,
Right.
Right.
And I really believe that's where a lot of especially marriages, when you get into 10, 15,
Yeah,
20, 30 years of
absolutely.
marriages,
Yeah.
the main focus of the marriage is to take care of the other person.
Right.
But I think sometimes within that, we forget about the other person
Yeah.
as we're trying to take care of them.
As we're doing it.
Right. So to go back to the closet, everything you did was amazing. Everything you did was wonderful. And I appreciated what you did, but you were so busy trying to take care of me, but you never consulted me on how I wanted to be taken care of.
How you wanted your hangers.
Right. And I think that's where a lot of marriages
talk.
fall short.
And
That's
you
real
create
talk.
anxiety and stress in yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now you were trying to make him fit into your mode. You was trying to make the closet look the way you thought it should. And so now, like you said, you get into arguments because he left the shirt on top of the desk or the dresser or whatever, right? It's just, it's not that serious.
Not that serious.
You know what I mean? And I get for some people that it matters. I'm not saying it doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm just saying pick your battles. And so when you come in and you're saying, okay, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to just, well, then you're stressing yourself out because you're like, I just got to dust over there because it just needs to be dusted. It just, go on over there and get some wine or get some food or something and go and mind your business. Like, leave that space alone.
Leave Carter Dusty alone.
Leave
Carter alone.
Yeah,
Leave Carter alone.
He ain't bothering nobody. He ain't even on that side. You ain't even got to walk past it. Like, what you doing? So it's like, but it'll create stress, anxiety, and stuff in you.
Yeah.
And so even in you, quote unquote, taking care of him, now you're stressing yourself out. So now you angry because you walk around like, he just don't even dust. I just got to dust this. Well, he was going to dust on Friday. Ain't nobody tell you to dust on Wednesday, but you didn't know that because you didn't consult him.
Right.
So now you mad because you got to dust his stuff all the time. I always got to dust his stuff. No, you just dust it too early.
But you don't.
Just leave it alone. Let him dust it. Give him the opportunity to dust it.
Right.
Give him the opportunity to put his clothes up, his shirt up.
Yeah.
When he come back, that he folded neatly.
In his closet, in his good old closet.
Give him the opportunity to do that. So
sidebar, just a quick sidebar. I'm sorry, this is kind of a squirrel moment. Why is there a candle on my nightstand?
Ooh. Here's the thing.
I'm sorry. I just happened to look over.
You might as well say what happened.
Why is there a candle on my nightstand?
It's not going to stay there, but what happened? No, all jokes aside, it was not going to stay there. I was taking it off of mine, and then I had to get back to work. So I was like, I'll sit it here till later, and then because.
But it's positioned though.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Wait a minute.
It's not just a. It's not just a place.
I know you.
It's not just a sit down.
Don't make me get up and go look.
No, for all jokes aside. No.
It's positioned.
I wasn't going to position on the end of the thing. It's just next to the lamp. That was it. Because
that you moved in.
But it's staged. But the candle is staged.
The candle's not staged, baby. Your iPad and stuff was right there, so I wasn't going to put it on top of your iPad.
Actually, my iPad wasn't there when you did that.
Ooh.
Yes, it was.
Come on now.
I put my iPad there. My iPad was on my desk when you did that.
No, baby, I put your iPad on your desk, sir. Thank you very much. When I dusted, when you wasn't here. When you took your son to the doctor. I'm just saying, it's what I did. Tell the truth. But I moved your iPad and I moved your whatchamacallit?
My job phone?
Your remote.
Oh.
Your remote. I moved those two things. So I placed that there, and I was supposed to move that on the TV thing, but I didn't. But it's not going to stay there. I don't think black currant candle is your flair.
I'm sorry. We can go back to the regular scheduled program. That just caught my attention. I was just
listen. That was
good.
You redecorating my nightstand too. I noticed that.
I did not.
My nightstand got redecorated.
You did technically because you moved the lamps, and also you did kind of you did some stuff over there.
Give some unbeknownst to see how he felt about the unbeknownst.
Is that what you was doing?
It was the unbeknownst.
Is that what
it
you
was
was
the
doing?
unbeknownst. Family, listen to me very carefully. Do not do as I do. Do as I say. I don't care what you hear on this podcast. Do what Sharonda said.
So
don't listen to Angela.
As a professional, Shay.
Yes.
As someone who's...
Does she need help?
No, that's not what I was going to say. That's not what I was going to say.
Angela needs some assistance here.
No. For someone who's had to have the conversations, who's had to walk into the situation where people did not know where to begin, what would you say to the husband who wants to have the conversation with his wife, wants to be more involved in the decorating, in the decision making, but doesn't know quite how to have that conversation? What advice would you give to them?
So first, when I come in, I would only talk to him first.
Okay.
And I will make sure that she's not given any type of opinion because I need to develop a rapport and a trust right there where he feels like he can actually say whatever he needs to say.
Right.
And then I think too, I would try to show them how to be comfortable with expression and expressing himself. And then at the same time, I would show her how to let him, because if he has that issue where he's scared to express himself, there's something going on there. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything big, but there's something going on there, right? Yeah. And so really just kind of talking and let him speak freely. Okay. Just in anything that he's coming, because sometimes when you're looking at people's body language, you can tell when someone is uncomfortable. You can tell when someone feel like they don't know what they want to say. So it's a lot of times, no, I don't know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she wants. But okay, well, what do you like? Well, what colors do you like?
Right.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Do you like stainless steel? You know, do you like wood? Do you like, what talk to me? What's going on here? Like, how would you see the space?
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter what you think. You don't have to know the answers, but give me some insight. What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah.
You know, so it's really just having a conversation. They have to be free to express themselves.
Right.
So I would ask those questions.
Yeah.
And kind of see where their head is.
Yeah. And also, I think it goes back to also letting, whether it's the husband or the wife who's having a hard time expressing themselves because they thinking they're taking care of the other person. Know that you understand that, but you have to take care of you too,
Yes.
right? And in order for this to work, you both have to take care of each other. So again, come into a house that is cohesive of both of you guys, right? And where y'all both feel good coming into the house and not, well, like, this part of the house ain't mine, so let me go directly to the bedroom or directly to the bathroom or directly to an area that at least resembles me in some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
But at the same time, I'm teaching them who they are now. Because a lot of times they might have, they might come from a bachelor pad. So they don't necessarily know. And they could have been that bachelor pad with just regular IKEA furniture, which is nothing wrong with IKEA. I love IKEA. Y'all know, right? But they might have just had some IKEA furniture that was just passed down.
Right.
And so they might not know what their style is. You know what I mean? And so allowing them to even learn different things that they might, like now.
Yeah.
So
I think that keeps, I think people always like, y'all talking about clutter and y'all talk about marriage or whatever.
Yes.
It comes hand in hand.
100%.
It comes, this is just not like, let's just have this conversation is clutter of the mind, clutter of the spirit, clutter of your house.
Lifestyle organization.
Your relationships,
your
everything.
relationship. It's decluttering your relationship when you can't communicate, right?
100%.
Because trust me, if your room is cluttered, if your car is cluttered, if your house is cluttered, your relationship is cluttered.
100%.
Your mind is cluttered. Professionally, you're cluttered.
Yeah. Altogether.
Personally, you're cluttered. It's not just, it's never a situation where, and correct me if I'm wrong, Shay, because you're the professional on this, not me. I just, play a professional on the radio.
Amen.
If one thing in your life is cluttered, all things in your life are cluttered.
To a point.
To a point.
Because I've seen people who they might have a cluttered car.
Right.
But they can't have a cluttered space.
Okay.
Believe it or not. They might have a cluttered kitchen, but their bathroom, it has to be some type of organization there.
Right.
And it's weird to see, but some people care about certain spaces more than the other. But I think overall there is some type of clutter, 100%, if your space is cluttered.
Right.
Because a lot of times you might say, okay, their car's cluttered, but their kitchen isn't cluttered. But then their desk is cluttered.
Right.
So there is something going on there, 100%.
Gotcha.
But it's not always. It's not always. So just like when you were saying, well, if they're cluttered, if they have a lot of stuff in their cars, they're workaholics. No, not necessarily. It just depends. You got to get to the root of what it is in order to make sure that they come out of that.
Because I'll be like, Lord, stop working. Quit your job today. I'm going to need you to clean this car out, y'all. And I don't even know why I do it. I'll be going past cars. I'm like, what in the world?
Because you done did a whole scenario of a person. You done wrote a whole script
for
and a
that.
whole bio.
I
What
did.
they look like?
the
You
per-
waiting until
the
they
whole
come back
thing.
to see what
I
they
do.
is
I
that
do it all
She
the
done
time.
wrote the whole, they names, their occupation, what their parents did in life. She done talked about their grandparents was immigrants that came over on the boat. She done did a whole
see
scenario.
everything.
I just be looking at the car. I'm like, okay, so right now, so you're a huge Chick-fil-A person. I wonder if you're using your points. Now you're using your points.
Oh no!
Are
Wait
you
a
even
minute.
scanning
You
your-
investing too much.
Like, because it's
This
just
is my life,
This
Shay.
is
No
just it just
way.
rolls
This is my
up on
life.
me. It
No
just rolls.
way.
It just rolls up on me.
And
It just rolls up.
y'all wonder why I am the way I is.
Oh my
You
goodness!
are amazing.
Okay, so we're the point because we can do this all day.
Yes.
But we want to be respectful of everyone's time because, like I said, she's only here for a couple of days. About to take a flight out. We didn't want to keep her.
I am. So I'm
Gone.
I'm leaving on Sunday.
Gone.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Gone.
So what we want to do, we always end the show with just the final thoughts. So Shay, I'll start with you. What are your final thoughts to the family?
Definitely go back to a cluttered space, a cluttered mind.
Right.
One thing that I love is the lifestyle organization. And so with that, it encompasses everything from morning routines, night routines, clutter, all of that, right? So what I really want people to understand is that you don't have to do it all at once, but you just have to start.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to know where it ends. You just have to start.
Start.
And if you need help, help is available. Don't think that you failed yourself because you're asking for help or you need help, because you just don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, definitely just, I don't know, a cluttered space, and, you know, it leads to a cluttered mind, and we want to live better.
Yeah.
We want to
absolutely.
live more productive lives.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to always, you know, you come in the house and it's like, oh, I don't even want to be here. You know, because
Right.
during the pandemic, a lot of people saw their space.
Right.
Because a lot of people was running from it. Well, you couldn't run from it anymore just
Right.
during the pandemic,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, so I just, again, just to reiterate, a cluttered space is a cluttered mind, and we want to free everybody in
Frame
general.
up.
Yeah.
So, question before we even get to the final thought, to me, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna point to me.
Mm-hmm.
How can people find you? How can they locate you?
Yes.
How can they get you? I know you basically been booked up for November, close to December already.
Yes.
Going into
Thank you,
January.
Jesus, yes.
But yes, right.
Yes.
So, how can people, even on social media, how can people find you? How can people find you? Turn Spaces.
Yep. I am www.turnspaces.com. I am U-Turn Spaces on IG and Facebook. I don't do the TikTok and stuff. My daughter keeps trying to get me. I can't do it. I can barely do IG and Facebook. Okay. But yeah, on all social medias, uturnspaces.com. All of my contact information is on either social media or uturnspaces.com.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She out here saving marriages and relationships, y'all.
She out here saving lives.
One box at
One
a
box at a
time.
time.
And I hope that you guys that are listening to today will just say to yourself, I never thought that I needed that.
Yeah.
I never thought that I could have that conversation with my spouse. I never, because the goal is to bring thought processes,
Yes.
to be thought provoking, to see different perspectives and see what it looks like. And that's what you just did today, because you've given, and here's the thing, my final thought is it's not how you start, it's how you finish, right? And so it doesn't matter how long you've been married or been setting your ways. You can change. You guys can communicate. You can flip that thing, right? You can change your environment. And I really believe y'all can't go by the Crenshaws, because, you know, the Crenshaws will move in a minute. We'd be like, you know, we did this for a good 2 years. Ooh, we need to change the scenery. We done moved again.
Yeah.
We have relatives be like, we don't even put your address in our phone book no more. We done with that because we don't even trust y'all. But so just know that you can change, and you can rearrange, and you can do it together.
Yes.
Right? It don't have to be just
Yes.
one person. So that was my final thought, babe.
My final thought is going to be to just have the conversation. Have the conversation, first of all, with yourself. To figure out, I'm a huge person. I'm a huge believer in why, and I'm a huge believer in root causes. To understand the why, you have to get to the root cause.
Yes.
So have the honest conversation with yourself on how did you get into this particular situation, whether it's a cluttered home, cluttered mind, whatever it be. How did you get here? So have that honest conversation. And then from the married couple standpoint or the relationship standpoint, then have that honest conversation with your spouse.
Yes.
And spouses, give your spouse the freedom, the vulnerability to be able to have that open conversation with you, and do not take it personal.
Yeah.
Whatever they say, however they say they feel, do not invalidate their feelings, and do not take it personal.
Yeah.
Because even though it may feel personal, it's not about you.
Right.
So that's going to be my final
That's
thought.
good.
That was good. That was really
That was good. That's why he the scholar.
Can I change my point after you? No, I'm just playing.
No, go ahead. What you got? What you got?
I was just joking. I was just joking. No, that was good. That was
Now that
awesome.
you done said that, I was thinking, you know what, let me be deep too. Hold on.
That's why there's times I don't like you. It's fine.
That's why he's a scholar and I'm the hood chick.
I
Y'all
love
already
you.
know.
I love you, but this is times I don't like you.
All right, family.
Shay, as always,
Oh
just
my
thank you.
gosh.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me on. I
for-
really
Girl.
appreciate it.
No, thank you for coming on. Thank you for the wisdom that you always bring. Just thank you for everything. We appreciate you.
Thank you for doing our house. She does our house.
Yeah.
guys. No, all jokes aside. She is our decorator.
Yeah, thank you for putting up with my wife, because I know she be calling. Hey, Shay, I was just thinking.
What's Shay? This is what I was thinking, right? And I said, oh, Lord, what we about
Look,
to say?
can I FaceTime you, please?
Exactly. She sure will. Quick. Where you at? Can I FaceTime you?
Can I FaceTime you real quick, please? Yes.
Family,
Thank
we
you so much, sis.
we thank you.
Yes.
Family, we thank you for listening.
Yes.
However you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's Google Podcasts, whether it's iHeartRadio, or on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com.
Yes, Lord.
As always, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on TikTok. We're on YouTube and TikTok, all under the Crenshaw Corner. And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. And as always, family, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys.